All right, Grace, guess what time it is?
Is it time to talk about one of our favorite subjects, Karen?
It is literally my number one favorite subject, which is funny because I have so many passions to talk about. What is our topic today?
Today, we're going to be talking about agent referrals. It's a very important topic and it's a very good way to make money. So I'm excited about it too.
Well, last week we talked about affiliated income from title or mortgage or insurance, which you can contact us if you want questions around that because I'm happy to connect you with great people. But this is about your personal relationships. So, Grace, I was thinking about today's call, and you and I have an advantage. Number one, we're not that shy. Number two is that we've both lived around the country. So, like, why don't you share all the places you've lived? Because I want to make sure people recall, like, the relationships that they might have forgotten about to get referrals.
Oh, goodness. Yes. So we've lived in Texas, in New Mexico, in California, in Virginia, in Washington State, back to California, and now to Georgia.
Okay, so I've been Illinois, Ohio, Colorado, Texas, Colorado, Illinois. But I've also worked broadly across the entire country or around the world, right? I've been all around the world. So but relationships, we have relationships everywhere we've lived, or we have relationships everywhere we've been, or churches or places of worship that people have gone to, or past schools. So I am fortunate enough that I went to the Ohio State University, which has the largest alumni association in the world. And I value friendships and relationships. My friends from 20 years, 30 years, 40 years ago. My my number one income is agent referrals. It's how I
Is
make my
it?
it is my number one income because there's always a relationship of someone you can help.
Yes, that's true. So tell me, Karen, what do you do to recall all those relationships from years past?
Well, I give a lot of referrals. I lived with 9 girls in college. Okay, 9. And they live throughout the entire country. And there have been a few that every single time they need to buy and sell because of 9, some of those are going to be transfers, right? Some have job changes, life changes, family changes. And so I'm their go-to to connect them to the agent no matter where they are. And so those are 30-year relationships that I'm still earning income because I will connect them with the right person because I have their best interest at heart.
So I understand. So what you're saying is that we should build on the relationships that we've had throughout wherever we've lived, even if we've lived in the same area, right? In the same city, we were going to have moved to different areas. Connect with all the people that are our friends, neighbors, colleagues, all of that stuff in any kind of job position we've had, and they will have someone that needs our services to connect them with a great agent.
That's right. That's right. And you don't get in relationships to get referrals. You get referrals because of the relationship you have with them. So it
That
has
is
to be an
it.
authentic, genuine relationship.
Yes, yes. And I'll tell you something else. I mean, I'm glad we brought this up about, looking to our past, where we've lived and stuff. What I really have always thought, and this is just moving just the tick mark a little bit more, is for military spouses, the possibility of keeping in contact with all of the people that you've ever come in contact with. Because, like, I know, like, even here in Hawaii, which I'm visiting my grandbabies, my daughter has several wives groups that she's part of, right? If she kept those relationships, if she were an agent, she would have all of these people that would say, hey, by the way, I'm PCSing to Fort
Mhm.
Benning, or by the way, I'm PCSing here. What a great relationship to keep, especially for anybody that's ever been connected to the military.
Right, and if you got purposeful of letting people know real estate is global, and obviously a lot has changed since COVID, and people are much more open to thinking on a larger scale about community. Like, I can connect you with anyone around the world. And like one of my biggest referrals I had last year was I got a text, and it's like, "Hey, Karen, can you help me find an agent in Bellevue, Washington?" Okay, I was literally standing in Bellevue, Washington, in an office. And I was like, I'm actually in Bellevue. And he said, I didn't even know who it was. But of course I said, yes, I can help him. It wasn't a scam. I Googled his number, forewarned it, and it was a former executive from KW. And when he thought of real estate, he thought of me, and I connected him. And guess what the average price is in Bellevue, Washington?
Tell me.
It was like 1.4.
Oh my goodness.
So that referral earned me more than me showing a buyer, spending 40 hours on a transaction and selling a home in my market. My referral net me 40% more than if I were to show homes and spend about 40 hours with a buyer in my market. So for me, it's the biggest ROI, time on task. So Grace, I'm going to ask you a math question because you're smart. Okay.
Okay.
If my average commission is $10,000
Mm-hmm.
and I spend 40 hours with a buyer, what is my hourly rate?
Oh God, Karen. I don't
Four,
know.
400.
400. Okay.
Right. Or no, 25, 250, 250.
Okay.
Four goes into 10. $250 an hour. Number one, are you showing up like a $250 an hour agent? Number two, that's $250 an hour. I did one referral and I earned over $14,000. What is my hourly rate?
Oh my gosh. 14, like $28,000 because
No,
it
it's
took you
four. I mean,
probably.
let's say an hour,
Okay.
right? An hour, $14,000. So when I am investing my time to get my time back or make better use of my time or productivity, it's always going to be on referrals. I was the top GCI earner in my market center last year, and I don't talk about it because I'm the OP and I don't give myself an award because that's weird. Because it was mostly it was from referrals. I sold two homes, so like they took me out of the regional awards because I didn't sell anything, but in income I was a top earner.
That is amazing, Karen. So, I mean, we all have that potential, right? To look at the people who are in our circle of friends, neighbors, church people, and kind of put ourselves out there and remind people that it doesn't have to be like, for instance, for me, it doesn't have to be in Savannah, Georgia. It can be anywhere. I can connect them with a great agent almost anywhere.
And think about where there's higher price points because I did an ad from Leavenworth to Honolulu because all five bases were there. Right? I did a Facebook ad and I said, "Are you getting transferred?" Because my my net was wide because it's all five bases, and I know that would look. And I got all the leads, and I sent them to one agent in Hawaii. I just had did a master referral agreement and sent him all the leads because the average price in Hawaii is so much higher than my average price.
Oh my goodness, Karen. That has to be an expanded class for us. How you
Well,
did
you know
that.
who taught me that was Lori Ballin. I just listened.
Really?
Hmm. Yeah, I got to
So,
give her props because it was better for her to do a referral in Seattle, so similar, than it was in Vegas at that point. Now prices have skyrocketed, but this must have been 12 years ago. She taught me this. And so you can specifically target ads. Like in Chicago, a lot of people buy homes in Naples. Well, the Naples average price point is higher than Chicago. So why not be that referral partner back and forth?
Karen, you know what? Here is the thing that I want to tell everybody that, and I know that Karen is, my dear friend and we're in this business together. But I have to tell you, some of the nuggets that this woman has in her brain, I mean, are amazing. You are a businesswoman. I mean, just incredible because I never would have thought that. And I've done this for, a long time. I never thought, well, let's run some Facebook ads, Stephen, and find higher price points in Savannah, Georgia, because our price points aren't high.
Right.
So, and we have a huge network. I mean, between you and I, between lady leaders, and you're also part of Hispanic leaders, and you're also part of our military group, we have a huge net of people that I could come to, right? And say, oh, by the way, I got this lead.
All day long. And and you get to charge whatever you want. Right? Like some people are like, "Oh, this is customary." Well, this is what I'm offering for my lead, right? And that's my rate. So it's interesting. People, but you know what's crazy to me, Grace, is people will pay tech real estate companies for leads of strangers, but they won't remind anyone in their favorites or in their contacts that they can find them an agent anywhere. So like if you looked in your phone and I don't know how to use your phone because you have a Google phone and I can't even talk to you about it, and
I
the
have an
fact that we're still
Android.
friends.
The smart company.
So, but I can look and see how many contacts are in my phone, right? And if all of them knew that I could connect them with an agent anywhere, I could make millions of dollars. And Lori Ballin said this to me too: is I'm looking for my first $1 million referral agent. Like, what is keeping any of us from earning $1 million from referrals? I'm doing this by entrepreneurially by default. What if I got real purposeful? I would easily
Correct.
clear $1 million.
Oh my goodness. Yes, Karen. I think that that is our next big step. That is I mean, you just blew my mind. I think that that is an amazing business idea. You did.
Really?
You did. You did,
Oh,
and
it's
I'm sure
so
anybody
big.
on this call is the same way.
Anyone, but anyone, if they go to LinkedIn and they look at any company they worked for, and you let them know you're in real estate, and then you can talk about referrals you placed. And I'm going to do this. And where I placed referrals recently, I had Maine today, like I had Cincinnati today. Um, and I'm like, oh yeah, my girl Kate, in Cincinnati. And people know me as a connector, and as realtors, we are facilitators of the local economy, but now become so much bigger. Is we're the go-to for any real estate professional when they know like your company or your relationships, because I have relationships at all different companies, and that I know an agent somewhere. And if I don't, then I'm going to ask you, I'm going to ask Rachel, I'm going to ask Haley, I'm going to ask someone else who they know. That's how this works.
Well, and I have to tell you something. Now I know why you send me all those texts. Grace, who do you know at I should
You
get
didn't
a free
know? You didn't
referral
know?
fee.
You didn't know that's what it was?
Well, I knew it was something. I just didn't know that you were so purposeful in this, which I am so thankful that you taught us this today, Karen.
Well, it's so maybe because it's so easy and natural. Like, Grace, you're a facilitator, you're a connector. If anyone has any relationship, like when I started dating a long time ago, the question I asked, and I asked this in interviews too, is I say, how long have you had your longest friend? Because makes me get to know people in a really big way. Like, if they're, say, like 5 years and they're my age, like, oh, were you in prison? Like, why are you just now friends? I don't understand. And so, if you are a person who maintains relationships for a
Yes.
long time, like my best friends I've had since kindergarten all the way through, then referral income it'll seem so easy to you. It's such a natural fit. If you are a relationship person, if you're not, then I would consider doing Facebook ads, right? Like, I think you could do a little bit of both.
Either way, I mean, we're going to monetize this thought process. It's either
Mhm.
look on your phone and find all your past friends and whoever you went to church with, school with, everybody you've kept in contact with, or do the second step and say, oh, by the way, I'm going to plug in some money and I'm going to do a couple of ads and find referral opportunities and earn some money.
Well,
Either way.
there's nothing keeping you also from going to a past employer and saying, I'm going to make you a deal. I want to make you look good. I'm going to do a rebate back or whatever that looks like to be your preferred agent. Like, referrals are not just what we think of as like friend to friend. It's agent to agent. Like, I had a luxury mastermind yesterday with Wendy Puzan, who's our luxury ambassador. And she, like, 20 million of her business every year is from referrals. But just that luxury network, 38% of the transactions were done from agent to agent referrals this year.
That is really amazing.
So any civic group, church group, work group, but past employers, like, leave on good terms. Don't burn bridges in life or in relationships. It'll hurt you in getting any referrals.
Well, you know what? That's the one thing that I can truly say about you, again, is that you never burn a bridge. I mean, there's been times
Mm,
when you,
Grace, let's
well,
talk about that. I'm going through a divorce. So,
that's different.
okay.
That's different. That's different. But you've always been able to talk me down from, like, stuff sometimes that has happened, because you're very, very good at just being that person that stays calm and you're very good at that. So I appreciate
No
that.
one that works with me is going to believe you,
It's
because
true
what
though.
you all think Grace is so sweet, she has got a fiery temper that is fiery. It's so passionate. I love it. I saw it last week. Meow.
I know, but that's because Karen, I mean, with friends like you, I think that, we can all use someone who can calm us down and just make us see the big picture. Because I can see that you have never, ever left somewhere where people go say bad things about you, right? You've
Mm,
always been able
mm,
to leave
no, that's,
gracefully.
that's
Yes.
that's not true. Okay, let's move on from referrals. I love you.
Okay.
I love this Love Festo. Like, you miss me in
I
Hawaii. Grace is in
do. I
Hawaii and I'm in
do.
Austin, Texas. So we're spread out today. But let's go back to action items. Okay.
Okay.
Just for getting referrals. Number one, everyone on your favorites list and everyone on your phone list should know that you're a realtor and can find them an agent anywhere. Number one. Number two, post on social. They can anywhere. Like, just take a little bit of action every single day to increase that network. And then as we get bigger in our program, Grace, that we're going to roll out, we'll get really deep on this.
Yes, I think that this is going to be an amazing, amazing mastermind, and we're going to take it in depth because we'll show people exactly what you've done.
Yeah, Laura. See, I told you, Grace. Laura is in my office. She's a ALC member and agent. And for you to say I'm calm all the time, she knows it's not true. All right.
Good. Well, I'm glad to have heard that, Laura.
Just a little drip. Just nurture relationships, offer your services. You don't want them to get attached to a bad agent. I've had some crazy experiences getting feedback too. And if I get negative feedback about the agent I referred them to, obviously I love them enough to call them and tell them. And I've had
Yes,
to do that. And I think how you show up and offer when you are receiving agent on referrals, email updates to the agent that referred you. Please email updates. Don't leave me wondering about
correct,
what
correct.
buyers are. Like, there's ways to be a great receiving agent too. Include them on email communication if they choose.
And you know what? I always kind of ask that with what way they want to be communicated because a lot
Mm,
of people want to text, right? Like I prefer a text. Just tell me, you've connected with my client. Text me when you've got them pre-approved, and just text me when you found the house, and we can,
mhm,
I can congratulate them too. So I think
yeah.
that's very important for agent to agent referrals is keep your agent partner close. Don't overwhelm or anything like that, but give them like really good milestones so they feel they're part of the process.
Well, because they're referring you on purpose because they want someone that's like you, they trust you, right? And they know that you're going to connect them with the right person. So, absolutely. And if you're an agent, number one, keep your social media up to date because that's where clients go look first. And number two, if your profile, like within your company, is not filled out all the way, I will never send you a referral. If you are too lazy to put your headshot up, and your contact information and a bio and what areas you work, I will never, and I sent over 20 million in referrals last year. I will never send you a referral because if you can't do that, you're not going to take care of my client.
And that's a really easy thing that I hope that everybody puts on their Facebook is put your phone number, at
Mhm.
least your phone number, because I've tried to reach out to people without a phone number. I mean, I'm not going to waste, a ton of time Googling their name and stuff.
Go
Put
to
it on
Zillow,
your
go to all the
Facebook.
realtor.com.
Mm-mm,
I shouldn't
mm-mm.
have to chase you.
Yes, yes. So if there's one thing I can ask all of you to do is to make sure that your phone number and your contact information is on your Facebook so that when Grace or Karen sends you a referral, it's easy for us to contact you.
Okay. Well, I think that's it. Short and sweet. You enjoy your grandbabies in Hawaii.
Thank
I'm so
you.
glad you got there safely. We were both fortunate to travel.
Yes.
And I will be back in 2 days back in Chicago. We have our annual Grumpy Person event. Remember, I got a cease and desist, so I can't say Grinch. But we'll see everyone Friday night. So I'm so
Yes.
excited.
Bye bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.